Are you searching for a deeper sense of purpose and meaning? Would you like your life to significantly impact others?
The journey of purpose, the journey of calling. People, this is probably the most important journey that any of us can go on.
Normal people like you and me, making a difference in different areas of society, that challenged me.
Lifework leadership for me, it transformed my life. It really changed my worldview, perspective, how I see life. And I now understand I'm very comfortable with my purpose.
And Lifework leadership gave me the opportunity to equip myself outside of the school environment, which was very valuable for me.
We follow the life of Jesus as our ultimate example of how to lead in tough and uncertain times. At our monthly sessions, we work on formulating actionable strategies of how to implement practically those biblical principles we've learned within our work, home, and business lives.
Lifework leadership is a year of challenge. 12 spies went into Canaan. 10 came back with a negative report. They said, we can't. 2 said, we can. You see, the 10 didn't look at the God factor. The 2 said, we can because of God. So 1 million people went and died in the desert because they said, we can't. Don't be part of those who lose out.
I've seen a lot of great businessmen and women in Lifework leadership, and I believe they've got an amazing skill that they can impact a lot of business people, businessmen and women out there who need their skill.
I would want to challenge all the business people in South Africa. You have to understand that you have a very important role to play in the scheme of things from God's perspective, to make sure that you impact the businesses and you impact the people that God has given you in those businesses.
Business grows at the speed of trust. And from a biblical perspective, I think one needs to surround yourself with people that you trust.
Whether you run a church, whether you run a school, whether you run a business, whether you run a family, leadership is a critical success factor.
At Lifework, you will have the opportunity to engage and connect with peers, local case studies, business leaders, various church and spiritual leaders, as well as international speakers on a regular basis. Once you've completed the course, we will continue to invite you back as a lifelong member.
I think Lifework helps you to focus your life again and just make sure that your priorities in life is what God has called you to do. And learning from other businessmen and women and people alike just encourages you and gives you those stories that they share with of their successes, their failures, just their everyday life.
Lifework leadership made me realize that my purpose in life is to use what the Lord gave me to accomplish His purposes. And that's obviously the reason why you attend a program like this, is for your personal development.
I especially enjoyed the inspiring stories from the authentic speakers, international and local speakers, and I often felt that it was very relevant to me as an entrepreneur. Over the course of 9 months, we were challenged again and again to live by the exact same values that underpinned Jesus' own ministry and life.
Count the cost of advancing. Advancing is not cheap. Advancing will not be handed over to you.
So Lifework leadership for me created a wonderful opportunity to learn from fellow believers through active case studies, questions that are difficult for us to ask in our personal environment. And we learn from the best people in the world. And we learn from active CEOs in international capacity, also from a local community perspective.
It's a program that I will recommend to anyone, especially people that are in leadership, be it in the ministry, in churches, be it in business, also in society. I think it's a program that encompasses the best leadership that you can ever draw from.
Lifework really impacted my life and my business. The way I see my family, the way I interacted with them, the way I just made Jesus real in my life. As far as my business is concerned, I'm treating my staff differently, I respect them more, I have time for their opinions, and I've actually started to make them part of my business.
Your business is not your business, He's the owner, but He has given it to you to steward.
We invite you to join the global Lifework family. Become part of this incredible life-changing journey. Don't delay, don't miss out. Join us today.